Hello, this is Tony Gaddis, author of Starting Out with Java. In this video, I'm going to lead you through the steps to complete Programming Challenge 1 at the end of Chapter 1. Now, the purpose of this programming problem is just to get you acquainted with all of the steps that you have to take when you write a Java program and save it to your system and then compile and execute the program. It's not important at this point that you understand any of the code that you're going to type in. This is just to get you started so that you'll know all the steps that you have to do each and every time that you write a Java program. The program that you're going to enter is shown here in the book. And as you're typing this code, make sure that you type it exactly as it appears here in the book. Make sure that you get all of the punctuation characters, and make sure that the uppercase and lowercase characters are typed exactly as they appear. Now, we're going to start out with the steps that you would take if you were to use the Sun JDK command line tools to compile and to execute the program. So let's get started. So the first step is to use a text editor to type the source code. And I'm going to use Notepad to type the source code in. Type the first line. And as I type each line, I just have to make sure that I type everything exactly as it appears in the book. Okay, so I've finished typing the program exactly as it appears in the book, and according to the instructions, I'm to save this in a file named myfirstprogram.java. So go to Save As. I'm going to save this as myfirstprogram.java. Okay, now we are ready for step 2. Step 2 tells us that after we've saved the program, we go to the operating system command prompt, change the current directory to the location that contains the Java program, and then we are going to type this command to compile the program. So I'll bring up a command prompt window, and I'm going to change my directory to the directory where I saved my program, and this is the directory that I'm using. It's not necessarily the same location that you're using. I'm going to take a look here in the directory, and there's the file that I saved just a moment ago, myfirstprogram.java. Okay, so let's type the javac command that's shown in the book so that we can compile the program. Javac myfirstprogram.java. Okay, well, we didn't see any error messages, so I must have typed the program without any syntax errors. So that means we can go on to step 3. In step 3, we enter this command to run the program, Java space myfirstprogram. So I'll bring the command prompt window back up, and we'll type the command Java myfirstprogram. And here's the output of the program, hello world. And according to the book, that's the output that we should see. Even though I do see that I made a little mistake. I forgot the exclamation point when I was typing in my code. But that's okay. That's easy to go back and fix before I turn it into the instructor. I'll be sure and do that. Okay, so those were the steps that you go through if you are using the JDK command line tools. Now let's look at the steps that you would typically take using an IDE to complete this programming problem. Now there are lots of IDEs available for Java programmers. I'm not sure which one you're using, but I'm going to use the TextPad environment in this video, and the steps that I'm going to perform with TextPad will be similar to the ones that you would perform with most IDEs. So this is TextPad, and the first thing that I'll do is create a new document. So here's the new document in the editor, and I'm going to go ahead and save this document. Even though it's blank, I'm going to go ahead and save this on the disk as my first program .java. Now the reason that I'm doing this is because by saving this as a .java file, I'm telling TextPad that this is a Java program that I'm editing, and that enables the colorized text editor. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and type the Java code. Okay, and now I've finished typing the code. I'm going to save this once again. And now I'm going to compile the program. In TextPad, I go to Tools, External Tools, and Compile Java. And there are no error messages. It tells me that the tool completed successfully. So let's run the program. Go to Tools, External Tools, Run Java Application. And here is the output of the program in a separate window, and you'll notice that this time I remembered the exclamation point. Okay, so the program works as it's supposed to. We'll close that. And once again, you may or may not be using TextPad, but the steps that you'll take using your IDE will be similar to the ones that I demonstrated here.